How would you like to paint the Northern Lights in watercolour? This is a step-by-step tutorial of just that, and it's actually my first time painting it, so you can watch me work out how to paint this gorgeous photograph. A link for the photograph and a list of materials, colours and alternatives can be found in the description below. To start off with, I drew out the mountains and sort of a very light reflection. For those of you that would like access to templates, drawing templates, why not check out my Patreon membership? Just click that link in the top right hand corner. If you don't see that link, there's also a link in the description. Just click the link and it'll give you lots more details, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. But I've actually spattered masking fluid on to the sky area, and they're going to be like stars, and I'm going to let that dry naturally. Once that was dry, I wet the paper and I put a little bit of yellow paint, any yellow will do, wet on wet, and then I allowed that to dry, and now I'm wetting the paper very gently again with this large soft brush just right down to the bottom, and I've mixed up some Viridian, Turquoise and Paynes grey, and there are alternative colours in the description if you don't have those colours. But I'm wetting right down there and tilting just to get rid of excess puddles, and I'm going to paint the Viridian first, then the Turquoise, and then the Paynes grey last, wet in wet. And I'm just giving the painting a little tilt now to get all the paint sort of blending and moving and giving that sort of atmospheric effect of those Northern Lights. I'm using paint straight from the tube here with my size 6 brush. Hansa yellow light, but you can use any yellow, straight from the tube, painting it into the wet background, damp into wet. It's so much fun to do, and it really creates that lovely atmospheric look of that Northern Light sky. The water area is wet here, and I'm painting the colours, the same colours that I used for the sky, wet in wet with my size 10 brush. That's the Viridian, the Turquoise and the Paynes grey, and again doing the same thing straight from the tube, the yellow with my size 6 brush, and just drop it into the water, just where you can see from the photograph where the lightest areas are in the water. I'm painting that damp into wet. I'm now going to paint the reflections of the mountain. I'm using my size 6 brush, and I'm using mostly Paynes grey with a touch of turquoise, and the paper here is almost dried. It's damp in some areas, but in other areas where you can see on the right hand side it's kind of a dry brush effect, which works quite well here because I want to create that look of snow as well. But it's quite nice to paint this damp into damp, so it kind of has a fuzzy edge. I'm not slavishly copying the photograph, I'm interpreting it, and I want the water, the reflection, the water not to be a mirrored reflection, but more of a softer reflection. It almost looks more realistic in a way, rather than that mirrored reflection. You almost think, which way is the painting up? So this way it looks like water. You can let your painting dry now, and what I've done is I've actually wet the mountains here and there, so that some areas when I'm painting with my card with thick creamy paint from a tube, some areas are catching the wet area, but other areas where it's dry, the paint doesn't spread, so or blend, so it looks like snow. So I hope you find that tip helpful. It's really good in creating especially snow-capped mountains. I've allowed my painting to dry off a little bit so it's damp to the surface, and I'm just now using the card to swipe off some paint to create some textures. It's really nice. It actually creates the look of rocks and mountains. A really nice technique. It's amazing how versatile these cards can be. So my painting has dried and I removed my masking fluid to reveal these lovely stars in the sky. To finish off my watercolour painting, I've mixed up a puddle of Viridian and I'm glazing it on my dry painting. Make sure it's dry on the water area to give that illusion of water. It's a really useful thing, and you can try this in other paintings where you have a body of water. I've removed the framing tape now to reveal a lovely white border. It also gives me the opportunity to see if I need to do any more to my painting. So I decided to use the bottom of a tube of paint, believe it or not, and some white gouache, but you could use white watercolour paint just to put a little bit more snow on the dry surface on the mountains, just to kind of give it a little bit of sparkle to finish it off. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial of Northern Lights. I've really enjoyed painting it for the first time, so I hope you've learned from my experience as well. If you have any questions about this tutorial, please put them in the comments section below. I would love to hear from you, and we'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. If you would like to see similar tutorials to this with lots more tips and techniques, why not think about subscribing, if you haven't already, to my YouTube channel, where you'll get updates of my latest videos. Thank you again for watching and supporting me on my YouTube channel. Happy painting. Bye for now.